Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got a question for you. Did Joe Biden just lose this year's election even before the vote has taken place? Now I say that because right now the New York Post has just dropped massive bombshells in regards to Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Ukraine, and China showing massive amounts of corruption. Now if all this corruption pans out and it's 100% legit, then the chances of Joe Biden winning the election as a result of that corruption are slim to none, unless, of course, they steal the election via ballot harvesting and massive voter fraud. But I digress. This amount of corruption should literally send Joe Biden and Hunter Biden to the doghouse, if you will, or basically they should lose any chance of being in any public office if all this stuff pans out. But let's dive into it. But before I do, just a quick break. The consumer reporting agency, Experian, has just revealed a major data breach. This breach exposed the information of over 24 million clientele, as well as 800,000 businesses who are now exposed to future phishing attempts. This should be a highlight to us all on how important it is to take care of our online identity. And the best thing you can do to protect that is to get a VPN. A VPN helps safeguard your information so businesses and websites are less likely to use your information against you. The VPN that I love and currently use and would recommend is Virtual Shield. And I literally have them turned on my computer 24/7 when I browse the internet. And you can get it right now at hidewithlisa.com. You see, the reason that I like Virtual Shield is because they throw away all their information within a 24-hour period. Not only that, but Virtual Shield has a strict no-log policy. Due to the recent pandemic, Virtual Shield is offering their products at 50% off. Not only that, but you get an automatic 30-day trial. So go to hidewithlisa.com and sign up today. All you have to do is click on that big red button, Start Now for free. Then click Select Your Plan. If you have 3 or less devices, then click Protect Yourself. But if you have 3 or more devices, then click Protect Your Family. Then pick the number of months that you choose. I personally recommend 24 months because it's the best deal for the best price at $2.50 a month. Then choose any add-ons you like. So go to hidewithlisa.com and sign up for that VPN today. All right, back to the broadcast. So let's just dive right into this thing. And for starters, I'm going to give you just a quick summary of what happened, and then we're going to get into some of the information and the articles. But for starters, over in Delaware at a computer repair shop, there was about a year ago, there was a laptop that was left there and dropped off that needed repairs. Well, I guess the repairs were done, but nobody came to claim the laptop. Nobody paid the fees on the laptop. And as a result, the store owner said, okay, I guess I'm going to have possession of it. Nobody's claiming it. Nobody's paying for it. So he opens up the laptop, looks inside, and he notices there's tens of thousands of emails by Hunter Biden, from Hunter Biden, or he suspects it's from Hunter Biden. Correction there, but he suspects it could be Hunter Biden's, especially since there were photos and images of Hunter Biden on the laptop. Well, the owner noticed that there was a lot of corruption and illegal things. He says no pornography or anything like that, but lots of illegal things were happening on this laptop. So he turns it over to the FBI, who he trusts. Okay, but he thankfully made a copy for himself, so he has a hard drive copy, but he never heard back from the FBI after about a year's time. So he started getting antsy and he contacted a conservative nonprofit group and Mike Lee, none of which returned his calls. Then he contacted Rudy Giuliani, who finally did something about it, and Giuliani took the information and gave it to the New York Post, and voila, here's the information that we have. All right, so here's the smoking gun from New York Post. Smoking gun evidence email reveals how Hunter Biden introduced Ukraine businessmen to VP dad. Now, if you recall, right, Joe Biden met with Burisma officials at the profit of his own son. You know, his son told Burisma, hey, I'll hook you up with my dad and I get money in return and all of that. So Joe Biden met with them in the profit of his own son, and Biden actually brags about firing the prosecutor who was looking into the Burisma corruption. And the question that we really have to ask ourselves is, when is it okay for a vice president to fire someone in Ukraine, and why? I mean, we got to think, because there's actually corruption going on, right? But as a quick reminder to some of that, here's whitehouse.news. Burisma admits in court that it bribed Joe and Hunter Biden, right? Here's another flashback on the Gateway Pundit. Ukraine officials release records of 46 payments to Hunter Biden from Burisma, holding 38 payments were for $83,000, totaling over $3.1 million. Now, that's a lot of money. But all of this supposedly, right, was confirmed in this email report here, which shows, you can see here the Ukraine contact, and you can see here Hunter Biden's email. And it says, Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to DC and giving an opportunity to meet your dad and spend time together. It's really an honor and pleasure. As we spoke yesterday evening, would be great to meet today for quick coffee. What do you think? I could come to the office somewhere around noon, blah, blah, blah. But there's the smoking gun evidence. If this turns out to be Biden's and it is his email, then that would be smoking gun evidence. And I would say Joe Biden may have more trouble getting elected into office, which, hey, I'm all Trump all the way. So definitely want that. But here is also another report. This is on just the guy who had come into contact with the laptop. This is foxnews.com. Hunter Biden email story. Computer repair store owner describes handing over the laptop to the FBI. Now, the guy's name was John Paul Mike Isaac, and he said he can't be 100% sure if it was Hunter Biden who dropped off the computer for the repair. He doesn't know, right? He doesn't know if it was him or not that dropped it off. But he also goes on to detail, this is on nationalfile.com, that the man who had the laptop suggests there's more hints at an FBI cover-up, and he fears assassination. Now, this article talks about how the guy who delivered the laptop fears for his life, that he's worried that something could happen to him because of what was on the computer. He said the information that has been released by the New York Post is minor in comparison to all the information that he's seen on Biden's laptop. And he admitted, he goes, I don't see any anything amounting to child porn or anything like that. He goes, but there were things in there that he thought the FBI should see. And considering the FBI has been quiet for a year, did the FBI pull some kind of favor for Joe Biden and his campaign? I don't know. I'll leave that for you to decide. But all I know is the FBI said nothing about it thus far. Now, that said, more information came out this morning, October 15th, that revealed even more corruption from the Bidens. Emails reveal how Hunter Biden tried to cash in big on behalf of family with a Chinese firm. Really? You know, we shouldn't be in bed with China or have any dealings with a communist country that is literally putting Muslims and Christians and Falun Gong members in re-education camps, right? I mean, this is corruption on a massive scale. We don't do any business with them. And here's another one detailing it on dailymail.co.uk. And this is second batch of smoking gun emails reveal that Hunter Biden's dealing with Disappear. This Chinese energy company is now gone, missing in action. Chairman about his $30 million consultancy fee for introductions alone, meaning $30 million just introduce me to your dad. That's a lot of money. You know, that's called corruption. And this is a jailable offense, guys. Really, really. Hunter Biden was involved with China's largest private energy company, CEFC. He was given equity ownership of a holding company and a huge consulting fee. Hunter was dealing with the chairman, Yi, who has vanished, by the way. Nobody knows where he's at. But Hunter has said that the deal would be interesting for his family. A report about the emails did not include responses from Biden or others. So they don't have the response there that we don't know. But this is just yet more corruption. And if we can get all the evidence on it, this is bombshell information. Is the FBI going to do anything on it ever? But thankfully, they're claiming here, Gateway Pundit, that Hunter Biden's hard drive is now under investigation by Senate committee after the New York Post bombshell. And interesting to see what surfaces as a result. But of course, big tech organizations who are in bed with the leftist radicals, which would include the likes of Biden, right? They're leftist radicals, in my opinion. And as a result, they are bailing them out on this thing and censoring the information. Here we have CNBC, Facebook, and Twitter make editorial decisions to limit distribution of story, claiming to show smoking gun emails related to Biden and his son. And here's another one. GOP reposts Hunter Biden story in House release, and it gets censored by Twitter. This is on Fox Business. Twitter and Facebook have been censoring all the information and not allowing it on their feed when the New York Post story is posted. So much so that they censored it off of many GOP members and even President Trump's feed. Why are they? They're not a private company. They're a monopoly. Please don't feed into the lie that they're a private company. They can do what they want. No, they're not. They have a monopoly. Monopolies are illegal, by the way. They need to be broken up. And here they are interfering in the U.S. election. Why did they allow all the information on the fake dossier of President Trump, right? Remember the fake dossier, Christopher Steele dossier? They allowed that, completely fabricated, completely. And we're still discovering information on this laptop, right? But they're not going to allow that? Excuse me. That's election interference. Thankfully, the Senate has responded. This is on Zero Hedge. Senate Judiciary to subpoena Jack Dorsey after Twitter suspends Trump campaign House GOP accounts over Biden scandal. Thank God. And I mean, thank God. These people can't continue to step on our leaders in such a manner and us. And look, if this was happening on the other side of the fence, I would support the other side, right? Because freedom is freedom no matter what side of the fence you're on. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Wanted to give you the latest on all of that. Thanks again for tuning in and subscribe to the channel. As you know, they have been removing stuff left and right and subscribers left and right. Please make sure you're subscribed and click that little bell to be notified. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.